Brigiette Lucas is suing her coworker and former roommate, Danyel Gibson, for an illegal lockout, the return of belongings, and defamation.
Ms. Lucas, let me try to understand the story here. You and the defendant both worked in a restaurant as servers. You had some difficulties, without going into what they were, and needed a place to live.
Yes.
You told the defendant that you needed a place to live, and she said, you can come and stay with me for $75 a week?
Yes.
And did you have your own room?
Yes.
And that was when?
I moved in, December 11th?
And how long were you there?
Just up until the 15th of January.
So you were there for almost a month?
It was a month.
Almost a month. And paid her each week $75?
Yes, ma'am.
And then there was sort of a falling out between the two of you, something over some gossip or something at work.
Well, we got into it because I guess she felt like I was complaining about not having a car. And so she just went to ranting on, like, how can you get a car? You don't have the money for one. Who window shops for a car?
It wasn't working out and it had gotten heated, I assume, at work.
Yes.
So she told you, listen, I don't need this aggravation. Don't bother to come home.
Well, she just said that I had to leave her place.
Right. And that was on the 15th of January.
Yes.
So what you're suing for is an illegal lockout.
Yes.
Defamation of character.
Yes.
And the return or value of some personal items.
Yes.
She says that you tried to break into the house and broke her French door in the back. She's got a counterclaim.
Yes.
Did you break the glass in her back?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. After this argument at work, I assume, Miss Lucas, it was in front of other people?
Yes.
Embarrassing.
Pretty much.
So there was very little question that you were going to stay together anyway, right? Where did you go when you left her house?
Well, a coworker picked me up to take me to get my things that she put outside, and I had to stay in the hotel for a little bit.
How long?
That was Tuesday. I left the hotel, Sunday morning?
And where did you go?
I went to stay with my aunt.
Are you still there?
Yes.
Paying rent there?
Yes.
So it didn't work out?
Yes.
Okay. Now, what items do you claim that the defendant still has that belongs to you?
The little things that I could get back were a large full-body mirror. I had a fire stick in the back of my TV that was taken out, along with the remote to that. Little things like my bed was taken apart, but I wasn't given the screws back to it. One of my sneakers were missing. And then, little personal stuff like toothbrush, toothpaste.
Courts aren't here to deal with that.
All right.
Do you understand?
Okay.
We're not here to deal with, toothbrush and a toothpaste and a remote that you're missing. It's just not what you
the main item. I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. The main item I would like back is just my mother's speaker, like a radio CD player speaker type of thing.
Where was it?
In her house. Last place it was in the living room.
Miss Gibson?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is that an item that you still have in your house?
No, Your Honor, I don't.
Where is it?
I don't know. I never saw a speaker or heard her play a tune the entire time she was in my house.
Do you have anything of hers? If you look around your house, do you have anything of hers?
No, ma'am.
Brigiette Lucas says her former roommate, Danyel Gibson, owes for an illegal lockout, the value of her property, and defamation. Daniel's countersuing for a broken glass door.
Now, on the 15th of January, Miss Gibson, did you put her things out in the street?
When we got into the argument at work, she said she's leaving. I said, that's fine. You're not coming back in my house. I packed her things up into trash bags and put them on my porch, and I removed my curtain so that I could see that nobody would take her things. She took that day everything that she could take after she called the police on me because I wouldn't let her in. He asked me if I wanted to give her her things. I said, yes, I want her things out. I want everything out of the house. So she piled up everything that I had on the porch, and she took that and she left.
And there were other things left on the porch?
There was nothing else left on the porch. Her bed hadn't been taken apart at that time, and she still had quite a few clothes and things like that. I didn't go thoroughly through her things. I just packed them up.
When did she come back and get those?
She came back on January 17th, and that was when she didn't knock on the door, she didn't call, she just busted through the back door.
Did she take her bed at that time?
No, ma'am.
Well, what I'm asking you is, you said that she didn't take her bed on the 15th. When did she take her bed, was my question. And her clothes.
I think that it would have been the 20th, the Sunday after she busted my back door out.
Judge, it was on Saturday. It wasn't Sunday.
Whether it was Saturday or Sunday, did you come back then with the police?
Yes.
And they escorted you to take the rest of the things that were inside, the
Yes.
bed and everything else.
But they didn't allow me to go in. They let her and her friend bring things outside.
Okay, she didn't want you in her house again.
And I was also told that by law, I was supposed to get eviction papers.
I'm not dealing with this as an illegal lockout. I want you to understand that. I don't think that that's what the law intended. She did something nice for you. She gave you a place to live. You paid her a minimal amount of rent. You had a fight. You have a child.
6-year-old son. She busted the window out with him there.
She has a child. She doesn't need any tension in her house. She has no more of your things. Let's get to the last part, defamation of character. Now, what did she say and to whom did she say it?
Well, starting off, when we went to criminal court for her protective order, it's like she was just saying things, I guess, to make me look bad that had nothing to do with me being a criminal. Like saying how, like, I came begging to her for a place to stay, how I was sleeping in my car, things like that.
Okay. Can I see the window that she busted out? Do you have a bill to fix it?
I haven't gotten it fixed yet. I have the estimate.
May I see it? Judgment on the counterclaim as requested for $998. That's to fix the door. Claim is dismissed. We're done. Thank you.